This video, we're going to take a look at a personal survival kit I made up using the Vanquest Husky Maximizer. Coming up on Survival on Purpose. Welcome back to Survival on Purpose. My name is Brian. Thanks for joining me. So today's video is going to be a quick look at a nice pouch from the folks at Vanquest, the EDCM Maximizer Husky size. Folks at Vanquest were kind enough to send me this so I can show it to you. And what I've done is I've made a little personal survival kit here. And this is just, you know, one take on it. Everybody's got their own. I'm not saying this is the end-all, be-all survival kit, but I put together something I think would work pretty well, and I'd be confident in having this. I think it could probably save your life if you're caught in a bad situation. And I'd be curious to hear below what you think of my choices, and you know, what I missed and what maybe you thought maybe I shouldn't have had in here. And also be sure and check out the outtakes at the end, because believe it or not, I screw up. So anyway, without further ado, let's drop you down to the old blue tarp covered table and bust this thing open and see what we got in here and take a closer look at this Maximizer Husky from the folks at Vanquest. Okay, once again, this is the Vanquest EDCM-Husky Maximizer pouch or bag. And as you can see, what I thought I'd do is just see how much stuff I could cram in here. And I've got it crammed pretty full. So I'm going to go ahead and show you what we got while we're talking about this pouch. So first of all, in front of it, there's a little Velcro closure pouch, and I've just got my bandana stuck in there, okay? So it closes with Velcro. And it's got a place for, you can put a morale patch on it here. You turn it over on the back, it's got some webbing loops here. You can attach it, you can lashing loops. It's got some Molly or Pal's webbing type stuff here. You can attach to. Another use for these, if you want to put it on your belt, you can just run them through this way and carry it sideways on your belt. And then it's got a nice, what I think a very handy little carry pouch here, which you could put a carabiner on and clip that on or whatever. So let's talk about the specs and features on this thing. Okay, it is 8 inches high by 6 inches wide by 2 inches deep, which I am absolutely expanding that somehow. It's got 1 external and 3 internal storage pockets, which we'll take a look at. And this is made from 1000 denier military grade Cordura fabric. It's treated with a water repellent Teflon fabric protector from DuPont. So it's really a well made, like everything else I've ever seen from Vanquest. And just real quickly, I mean, you look at the stitching, just example on the webbing on back. It is crazy double stitched. The handhold is double stitched here. It's just everything about it is first class. It's got the double zipper pull, so you can open it up like a clamshell, and you can see, bam, I got this thing crammed full. So let's take a look at what all I got in here, and we'll talk about the pouch as we go. By the way, you see these zippers? These are YKK number 8 durable RC class zippers, and all the stitching is done with high tensile bonded nylon thread. All the webbing is high tensile strength nylon webbing. Uses really good elastic. You notice the interior is a high vis 210 denier ripstop nylon, so it's really tough, and it's just got everything about it. It's just first class. So one of the things that sets this apart from some of the other pouches in its class is the Maximizer alternating webbing slots, which means they're staggered. You can see it's got slots on top of slots, and when you put the stuff in, it kind of honeycombs in here. The ones on top of the main ones are actually alternating, so whatever you put in the outside loops kind of fits into the groove between the two. So let's just take a look and show you how much stuff I got crammed in here. So first of all, I've got clipped on here just a whistle. We'll just take that out of the way. So we're going to take this off. A whistle is really good for signaling, just something I always have with you. In the middle, you see I've got a knife, not a fixed blade, but it is a really solid Swiss Army knife. It's a one-handed tracker, and it's a really solid knife. I think I'm generally, if I'm in the woods, I'm going to have a fixed blade on me, but this is just something I can keep in my truck or in whatever, and just grab it if I need to go. As far as first aid goes, I don't really have a lot of first aid in here. I've got a bandana. I've got a triple antibiotic ointment, which is a multi-use item. You can also use this as a fire accelerant because it's got a lot of petroleum jelly in it. So that helps for your fire, because I think fire is real important. So speaking of fire, I have got a ferro rod This is the Poly Striker XL, and I got it packed in there pretty good. Got that there, and it comes with a striker. I've also got fat wood. I've got some tender quick tabs. So we got, and I've got a Bic lighter wrapped in about, I've got about 5 feet of duct tape on here, so I've got that covered too. So we got plenty of fire, and got some duct tape there. I've got 50 feet of number 18 bank line here. It's not the strongest bank line, but it's pretty strong, and if you need more strength, you can double it up. I got 50 feet in a very small package. Also got the duct tape. As far as water, which is, I think is super important, I've got the Survivor filter here, which is a very good personal filter. You can screw it onto water bottles or whatever. I've got a 1 gallon Ziploc bag for collecting water, and if I need to boil some water, I've got about 2 square foot of aluminum foil, which you can make a container and boil with the aluminum foil. I've also got, in addition to lighting, I've got my ThruNite Archer 2A V2 flashlight. I chose this one because it uses readily available AA batteries as opposed to any kind of rechargeables. So, and in addition to this, I've also got my Vacello headlamp that has got the red and the white, and it has an SOS feature on it, which is really good for emergency stuff. Got some extra batteries for the headlamp here. I meant to put the extra AA's in, I forgot, to be honest with you. So I always carry plenty of batteries. In the next pouch here, I've got Brunton compass. It's just always good to have a compass with you. This one's really a little big, but it's very lightweight and it fits in the pocket really well. The other pocket over here, I've got just an SOL emergency blanket. Just always really good to have. That's your cover. So, and I've got a hat here, and I chose this just because you lose like the majority of your heat out of your head. So if you're really cold, in a cold situation, maybe you can throw this hat on. It's really going to make a huge difference in your survivability. Between the hat and the blanket here, you can probably stay warm enough to survive. Okay, so now that this thing's empty, it gives us a chance to take a closer look at the construction of this pouch and talk about some of the features I like, and then we'll do a quick wrap up here. So as you can see, it's just very solidly made. It's got the 2 big elastic loops here, plus 2 pouches behind there. On top of these big elastic loops, you've got some smaller ones that go half as far, and then on this side, and you got 4 of these smaller ones here. You can see I had the lighters, and you can see what I had in there. On the other side, you've got a big pocket in the back, which is where I had the blanket. You've got 3 big loops up here. You've got 5 smaller loops on top of them, which are staggered, so they'll kind of fit in between. And then you got 4 smaller loops down here. So there's a lot of options as to what size, length, or whatever gear you want to pack in here. And then there's another loop at the hinge side, the binding side, whatever you want to call it. Got the little key keeper here that you can clip stuff onto. I have my it's got a very nice ball and swivel on it here, so it's just the attention to detail from Vanquest, as always, is just first class. And then a little paracord type loop here that you can clip things onto also, with a little carabiner or whatever. So altogether, lots and lots of options with this little pouch. I like the pulls, the way they're made. They're made with paracord, but they don't collapse on you, so you can really get your finger in them really easily. And then it's got a lot of great options on back. I like the little carry handle because I can grab it and go, but if you want to thread it onto your belt, you can. If you want to thread it onto a pack with moly, you can, or whatever. You got little loops here you can run lashing through. You could actually lash stuff to the exterior of this if you want to expand this pack, or you can use this as an expansion pack for other larger bags. Altogether, again, just a really solid little offering here from the folks at Vanquest. And just to show you what I mean by that, this, by the way, is still, this Vanquest Vault 2.0, still my absolute favorite wallet I've ever had in my entire life. I'm serious about that. And it's an RFID blocking wallet. I don't even think that's an issue for my cards, but it's still my favorite wallet. So once again, Vanquest just makes some really good stuff. So what I'll do is I'm going to pack all this back up, and I'll let you watch that so you can see how everything goes in here, and I'll probably speed it up so it doesn't take forever, and then we'll wrap this thing up. Okay, well that is the severely overloaded EDCM Maximizer Husky, or Husky Maximizer. Anyways, there's several different sizes of this. This is the Husky size from the folks at Vanquest. This is in, again, wolf gray. And I gotta tell you, it makes a really good little survival kit, or you can use it for a first aid kit. I chose to make a survival kit with this one. Thought it'd be kind of let you see how my brain works a little bit. But it's absolutely just, I've got it crammed and the zippers worked fine. They've even got, believe it or not, there's a little lock on here. You could lock this thing if you really wanted to. It's got the little loops to lock it. Pretty nice little compact package though. You don't have to cram yours this full, but, and they make, again, different sizes if you want a little bit bigger one. They make all kinds of great pouches. The folks at Vanquest are just doing a great job. This one's around the $25 range, which I think for what you get in the quality construction is exceptionally good value. I mean, these things are just built to last. So if you're looking for a pouch to make a survival kit or a first aid kit or a tool kit or whatever kind of kit or whatever you need a pouch for, I encourage you to check out Vanquest. Again, everything I've ever touched from them is just quality, high quality, first class, very well made, and I think it's fairly priced. So I hope this has been helpful. As always, thanks for watching Survival on Purpose. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for clicking that thumbs up, for sharing it with your friends, for watching those ads, and thanks for shopping on Amazon through my links. I sincerely appreciate it. Once again, my name's Brian. You're watching Survival on Purpose. Remember, survival is not an accident. So be prepared. See you next time. Possibly the noisiest neighborhood in America. School bus, pouch, pack. Anyway, thanks.